She leans in slightly closer while everyone else laughs. Why? Simply said, leaning in is one of the earliest forms of attachment. Leaning into another person is an indication of being interested, focused, and comfortable. What your body is trying to tell you is that it wants to be near you. Imagine now someone leaning away from the camera. Apathy is proportional to distance. Attraction is a function of proximity. It's as easy as that. 3. She follows your every move. Things become interesting at this point. Mirroring occurs when a woman unconsciously mimics your movements, expressions, or energy levels. Whenever you raise your glass to your lips, she follows suit. She will follow you if you recline in your seat. She will follow your lead and cross her arms if you do so shortly after. Why is this occurring? For the simple reason that mirroring helps keep our bodies in sync with one another. It's the silent way that people get to know each other. The most absurd aspect? This can be tested in real time. Adjust your body language slightly the next time you're chatting with a female. Put your arms at your sides, tilt your head, or lean back. So, just be patient. Her actions will speak more than words if she imitates your every gesture within 30 seconds. You're her jam. Sign 3. She begins to inquire about your personal life. When a lady is interested in you, she doesn't only converse, she asks questions, deep, personal questions. Who is your significant other, in the traditional vein? Who are your preferred female companions? This is her way of trying her luck. When you're not at work, what are your hobbies? She wishes she could have been there. You can't call this small talk. Probes, that is. She wants to know if she can fit into your life, where she stands, and most importantly, what information she can obtain. Is this the most important hint? Your tiny words have a lasting impression on her. You bring up your preferred coffee in passing. Her next move is to give it to you. You bring up a band that you're into. After a week, she mentions them while talking about them. When people subconsciously remember specifics about those they care about, this phenomenon is known as selective memory bias. Keep this in mind if she recalls the slightest thing about you. She thinks about you more often than you realize. Fourthly, she is envious, but does a bad job of hiding it. Jealousy will reveal a woman's true feelings for you, even if she doesn't always admit it. She doesn't want other women around you, but she won't say it. It would be overly clear. On the contrary, she will subtly conceal her envy. Even if it's only for a second, her mood changes if you bring up another lady. Your female friend will abruptly jump into the conversation if you're having a conversation with her. If she makes fun of other women, it's probably a test of your mettle. This occurs because, from a psychological standpoint, envy is among the most potent signs of attraction. If a woman isn't interested in a guy, she pays no attention to his social circle. Even if she doesn't say it quite yet, she will consider you hers the moment she reacts, no matter how subtle. Fifth sign. She's trying to trick you with her appearance. When women are in the company of someone they like, they tend to be very self-conscious about how they look. Even if she's interested in you, she won't simply show up. She will ensure that she appears presentable while she does this. Be careful to follow these recommendations. As you speak, she adjusts her hairstyle. The act of preening. That's under your radar. She shows you how to put on lipstick or lip gloss. Attention to her lips is what she desires. Upon catching sight of you, she meticulously tweaks her attire to ensure absolute perfection. This exemplifies the field of evolutionary psychology. Research shows that when women are sexually aroused, they tend to dress more femininely, straighten their posture, and make sure you can see all of their best features. And I'll tell you something secret. In her mind, you're already living it up whenever she dresses up for the chance to see you. Indication number 6. She makes an effort, however modest, to wow you. If a lady is interested in you, she will become an integral part of your life. In it, she plans to make an appearance. This in no way implies that she will make overt displays of affection or fling herself at you. The truth is that the smallest details are frequently the most telling. Give this some thought. When you're with women, have you ever heard them casually brag about their achievements? Perhaps she mentions a personal accomplishment, a talent she has mastered, or a major project she is now working on. This isn't a casual discussion. That's her way of subtly telling you that you should pay attention to her because she's good, competent, and useful. The field of evolutionary psychology is relevant here. When they seek to attract someone, women and men both exhibit subtle forms of competitive behavior according to studies. They bring out their best qualities, which include their cerebral and emotional capacities, as much as their physical ones. When will this be visible? She will likely brag about her workout routine if she is into fitness. She will talk about her accomplishments in a casual manner if she is successful. She will make an effort to make you laugh if she thinks she's hilarious. But that's not all. No, she isn't attempting to boast. To stand out, she is attempting. Furthermore, the most significant indicator? Your reaction will be what she'll be observing. She is trying to gauge your level of interest and attraction. If that's the case, she'll finally get her validation. Seventh sign. Her teasing is different this time. There are times when flirting is subtle. At times, it is couched as light-hearted taunting. Being courteous and kind all the time won't cut it if a woman has feelings for you. She'll try to manipulate you. Under her breath, she will make fun of your taste in music. Even if she teases you about what you're wearing, her expressions betray her true feelings. No matter how much she calls you a terrible influence, she will still do what you say. Here we have a traditional push-pull method. Her attentiveness is drawing you in, but her slight withdrawal adds mystery and excitement to their encounter. What makes this function? Why? Because it makes people nervous. Playful antagonism is what psychologists term this type of behavior. It's when two individuals become closer by making fun of one another. It's a powerful method to develop attraction without taking things too seriously. The true telltale sign? Retaliating with teasing her also makes her laugh. Even more so, she leans in. Because if that happens, it's no longer playful. It's a prelude. Sign number 8. She brushes against you by accident. Any woman can express what's on her mind, but physical touch says it all. Now, I'll tell you the truth. Women avoid physical contact with guys they feel uneasy around. She isn't haphazardly seeking out methods to make physical contact if she does so. Could you tell me what this is? Laughing, she runs her fingers along your arm. She straightens out your shirt. When she gives you something, she takes her time, her fingers touching yours for an extra second than is strictly necessary. This is done on purpose. To feel you is all she wants. She is curious about the sensation of being physically near you. Behold this untamed beast. A surge of the bonding hormone oxytocin can be induced by as little as 1 second of skin-to-skin contact, according to studies. That's why the subtle details have such a powerful impact. Finally, the most important one? She remains unfazed when touched on the back. She draws nearer. You'll know she's serious when that happens. She's biding her time until you take action. Signal 9. She keeps in touch by finding reasons to do so. A lot of guys assume that women will text first if they're interested. I don't always see it that way. A lady who is interested in you, on the other hand, will find subtle ways to keep the discussion flowing. It would be easier for her to just Google her questions. Tell me, where can I find a decent coffee shop in this area? Memes and humorous posts are what she sends you. I was thinking of you when I saw this, so I translated it. She informs you about something that is completely superfluous. Remember that tune we were discussing? It resurfaced in my ears today. Do you see the trend? The reasons she isn't texting are impractical. The reason she's messaging is to maintain contact. The most telling sign? She keeps the discussion going at all times. No matter how long you go without reacting, she always manages to get it going again. For the simple reason that she prefers your company to total quiet. Sign number 10. She gets really personal and starts asking you about your life. Last but not least, this is the strongest indication. When a lady has feelings for you, she goes deeper than the surface level. She is honest. Things she normally wouldn't tell just anyone started spilling to you. A woman's hopes, anxieties, and aspirations. Her prior encounters, both positive and negative. Despite her outward strength, she suffers with these things. This is due to the fact that a woman's genuine feelings for a man go beyond a simple need for his attention. She wants his comprehension and the true evaluation. She also probes you with profound inquiries. Can you think of anything you've always kept to yourself? Do you think love exists? Is there anything you deeply regret? This isn't an idle request. She means business. Men often remain single until a woman expresses interest in them. That was their initial error. At least initially, women are not very good at being open about how they really feel. Rather, girls communicate through nonverbal cues that males tend to miss. And this is the harsh reality. Waiting for a woman to tell you what to do will cause you to miss out on every chance you've ever had. Research supports this. A woman may have been hinting at her feelings for you for weeks, if not months, before she finally says it, because research in social psychology shows that as much as 80% of human attraction is nonverbal. Is that the issue? The majority of guys are unable to decipher the signals. A lady's feelings for you won't necessarily be expressed verbally, but these 10 things will she do. Take note. Once you learn to spot these signals, you won't miss a chance like this again. Sign 1. She'll go to great lengths to spend time with you. Allure isn't necessarily audible. There are cases where it isn't immediately clear. Sometimes it's just a matter of proximity. The way she stays close by, the places she appears to frequent, the way she positions herself so that you can't help but notice her, but don't want to call her out on it. This isn't merely coincidental. It's a psychological phenomenon. According to the well-established proximity effect, a person's likability increases in proportion to the frequency with which they are in our immediate physical vicinity. This explains why, despite a lack of attraction at first, relationships between people who are always in close proximity, whether at work, school, or just living together, tend to deepen with time. As a matter of instinct, women grasp this. A woman that is interested in you will go out of her way to be with you. It seems like she's been by your desk more often than normal at work. When you're at the gym, she'll out of nowhere begin exercising in your nearby area. Even if there are 50 other people in the room, she always manages to find a way to be in your immediate vicinity at parties. And the secret is right here. The effect is always accidental. Her goal is to make it appear as if nothing out of the ordinary has transpired, such as their meeting at the coffee shop, her need for assistance at work, or their mutual choice of social event. I must question, though, at what point does something no longer qualify as a coincidence? The most important thing is not that she is close to you, but rather that she finds a way to remain there. Can you relocate to a different section of the room, and she'll come after you a few minutes? Does she stop what she's doing and stay after you start talking? Is there a noticeable change in her demeanor when you depart? This is a form of unconscious attraction, and she may not even be aware that she is exhibiting it. When she does this while maintaining eye contact, you will know for sure. Unless she feels an overwhelming attraction to you, a woman will not frequently place herself in your space. Furthermore, you will begin to detect this indication in all its forms once you become familiar with it. Number 2, she gives it all away with her body language. Manipulating words is simple. No matter what a woman says, her body will reveal the truth. According to psychologists, nonverbal cues account for more than 80% of all human communication. In other words, a woman's body language, including her eyes, motions, and posture, speaks volumes even when she doesn't utter a word. Plus, once you master their interpretation, you won't miss a single sign thereafter. How then might a woman's physical attributes reveal her desire? Pay attention to these signs. 1. She's pointing at you with her feet. One of the strongest signs of attraction that often goes unnoticed is this. Starting from the ground up, people automatically move their bodies to achieve their desires. In a group situation, she is involved if she points her feet toward you. If you turn them away, she'll try to find a way out. Not many people give this much thought. Because it operates under the radar, it is among the most accurate indicators. 2. Whenever you speak, she leans in closer. Picture yourself as a storyteller. What she really wants is to peer into your head. For a woman, physical attractiveness isn't everything. Emotional connection is at the heart of it. Additionally, you will know she has already determined you are the man she desires when she begins to open up to you. When a woman likes you, most men have no idea. They patiently await word. However, it is not how attraction works. It is not something that women say, shown by them. It all changes when you start to notice these symptoms. Your uncertainty will end. You will no longer fail to take advantage of chances, and you'll get a glimpse of attraction's real workings at last. I have a question for you now. Do you remember seeing any of these indications previously? If you want to see more in-depth, psychotic breakdowns like this, subscribe and leave a comment. Continuing on, you will not want to miss anything.